All right, y'all. I was just talking about how I get so excited about that intro, y'all. I love that intro. So happy Sunday to everyone who is here. We're gonna have a chat today. We're gonna talk about the foods that you should be eating on the ketogenic lifestyle. So I promise you, y'all, there will not be any snacks involved today. So if you were coming to find some snacks today, it won't be too much talk about snacking today. I'm going to talk to you about some real foods you should be eating on the ketogenic lifestyle. I always was try to number things. I'm not numbering it today because if I number it, I know my number is going to be wrong because I'm going to add some stuff to it as I'm talking. So y'all definitely pop in. Make sure you allow StreamYard. If you're on the Facebook side or the YouTube side, make sure you allow StreamYard to see your comments. Oh man, it looks great. Everybody's comments are showing up. I see Andrea. Oh man, Connie. Oh Connie, I see you on the YouTube side showing off on the YouTube side. Oh man, so April said greetings from Cali. What else we got? We got Rock P on YouTube. So man, this is awesome. I love it. I love seeing the YouTube side. I see everyone's kind of getting their pictures in there now. After we've been using the software for a little bit, I see Gabby. Gabby is on her journey, her keto journey. I'm Gabby's biggest fan. So y'all know I always tell Gabby I'm her biggest fan. So she's been working hard. Sophia is out there. So hey, I'm glad you are here, Sophia. So we got one Facebook user got to get up there and let StreamYard allow them to show your profile picture. Oh man, that's awesome. So thank you. Hello. I see Misty on YouTube. So y'all definitely, all my TikTok folk, if you want to just jump on to one of those platforms and show some love and come back to TikTok, if that's what you like to do, but definitely get on those platforms, show some love, make a comment, and come on back. No presentation today, so I don't have to worry about the banners being in the wrong place. So I can answer questions today on the Facebook side and the YouTube side. So I can answer questions because I won't have a presentation up. So if you got questions, drop them in. Y'all know on the TikTok side, we have a Q&A that lasts about an hour or two after the class. So it's the after party, I guess I call it. So the after party is on TikTok. If y'all want to come over there, I'm going to update my TikTok tonight because it's been acting weird. So after class is over, I'm going to shut down the TikTok and update it and then come back on live. So y'all, let me know who you are, where you checking in from on the Facebook side. I love all of the people popping in and saying hello. So thank y'all much. So let's get it going. I see Ellen out there as well. It said real food. Yes, Ellen is the real food advocate. All right. Not to say that we don't ever eat snacks now, y'all. We're going to eat some snacks now because that's just real life. We're going to eat some snacks. We're going to eat some keto snacks, some stuff that's going to keep us in ketosis. But I want to talk about the real food tonight. I want to talk about the real food. So let me start here. I'm going to start with seafood. So some of y'all who may have heard or seen me yesterday, I treated myself yesterday to some king crab legs. So that's like one of my weekend delicacies that I like to get, and I just dip them in some butter. It's very filling. Like it's like a meal for me. So seafood is very, very good. So clams, they're gonna be about 4 grams of carbs. You got your mussels that are gonna be around 4 grams of carbs. So pretty much all of them. Octopus, I'm not eating octopus now, y'all. I'm not going that far with it now. I'm not gonna eat any octopus, but I have had a little squid. I must say, and I had a little squid. I had a little calamari, but I don't know if I can do the octopus. So oysters and squid are about 3 grams of carbs. So y'all know salmon is seafood. So there's a lot of great seafood options out there. So definitely, seafood is definitely good on the ketogenic lifestyle. Fish is going to have the fat. So a lot of the other seafoods that I like, the ones I just named, don't have a lot of fat, but fish is going to have, the salmon is going to have some healthy fat in there for you. So take advantage of seafood, y'all, because it's one of those I guess meats. I call it a meat that people don't really think about too much because I don't know why, but maybe just not sure about. So maybe just not too sure about the seafood, but seafood is definitely one of the things that you should be incorporating in your keto lifestyle. So I see we got Rhonda out there saying, hey, I come to show some love from YouTube. Appreciate you. Lou and the Lou is in the house. So that's awesome, y'all. I love seeing all of the faces coming through. So, the salmon and the fish, that's going to be great on the seafood side. So, of course, your low carb veggies or your leafy greens. So, your leafy greens are going to be uh, imperative. All right. So, you need to get your leafy greens. I didn't post my picture. I'll post my picture later on what I had for dinner. I had this huge bowl of salad and I had all of the little fixings inside of it. The only thing I did not have in there was avocados. That would have made the salad perfect if I'd have had some avocado in there. But you definitely want to make sure you're getting your leafy greens. It's said to get about 8 to 10 cups a day. And it sounds like a lot, y'all, but 8 to 10 cups is really not a lot. When you think about how fluffy leafy greens are and you put it in in a cup, it's really not a lot. It's really not a lot. I probably had about 8 cups of salad just with that one meal. So if you just have a green meal every now and then, I think that would be great. Just, we've done that in the master's class. We've had we did challenges where we did one green meal a day. So Connie says she loves octopus. Wow, Connie. I would not have guessed that. I would not have guessed that you ate octopus. I would not have guessed that. So Connie, but been working with Connie since September. Connie has lost 66 pounds, y'all. 66 of them things. All right. So she's been doing great. So I've been able to build a relationship and friendship with Connie. So that's why I'm messing with her about the octopus. She lost 66 pounds. But I'm going to tell y'all something about Connie. Everything that I showed Connie, she followed it. And that's why she was able to have such success. So just so y'all can get the idea, today, because some of y'all might see this later, today is January 17th. So I really started working with Connie somewhere around September 17th, somewhere around in that time. So that's the time frame that she's been able to lose that amount of weight. But I can tell y'all the one thing about Connie is everything that I put on the table and was like, Connie, this is what we need to do. This is what I know works. This is what I know is helping people. She did it. She didn't ask no questions. Half of the stuff I didn't even know she was doing until she told me later. She's like, yeah, coach, you said I saw it. I saw you said that. So I did it, so she's definitely been reaping the benefits of that. So, she's been doing awesome and still in the mastermind and continuing to lose weight like every single week, y'all. It's crazy. So we got Maxine from North Carolina. So let's get those veggies, y'all. Y'all got to get those veggies in. I'll list a couple just to give y'all some names. All right. So you got some asparagus. So that's not a leafy green, but that's a green that you can eat. Asparagus, avocados, broccoli, cabbage. You got cauliflower, cucumbers. Cucumbers are higher in carbs though, y'all. So you got to remember that you cannot just go and eat a whole cucumber. All right. So you can, but it's going to be about 9 grams of carbs. So if you get about 9 grams of carbs of cucumbers, you're not going to be happy with what you got left for the rest of the day. So you don't want to eat a whole cucumber, but normally if you make a salad, you slice them up. You can even slice them and then chop them in half as well. And that's going to give you a great cucumber to put inside of the meal, opposed to trying to eat the whole thing, which I know there are people that eat the whole cucumber, but not everybody. So Connie said we've been working since September 13th. Connie, remember the start date. All right. So cucumbers, green beans, eggplants, kale, lettuce, olives, your peppers, the green peppers. Y'all know a lot of people been online eating them green peppers and and cream cheese, right? The green peppers and cream cheese with the everything seasoning. So green peppers are good. I tried that, y'all, and it was okay. Like I didn't see the hype about it. If I was at like a party and somebody had like peppers and green cheese, like as an appetizer, I would eat it. But I'm not going to go in the kitchen and say, you know what I want today? I want green peppers and cream cheese. Not to say that people don't do that and don't want them, but they definitely weren't bad. But I don't think I'm going to be, going out of my way to make those. Spinach, of course, spinach. That's one of the best leafy greens. Tomatoes are another one that's like you don't want to go and just bite into the tomato and eat the whole thing. And then zucchini. So zucchini, we make zucchini noodles. I had keto spaghetti with zucchini noodles. So that's great. So y'all, those are some of your veggies. So cheese can be one of those things that is like, okay, like, should I be eating cheese? Should I not be eating cheese? You got to learn your body. And if your body is ready for cheese or good with cheese, that's fine. If you're lactose intolerant, you might have trouble with cheese because cheese can cause bloating. So But cheese is good on the ketogenic lifestyle. So you gotta do what works for you. Because I know that some publications, you'll read things and you'll hear people talking and they'll be like, no, you can't have cheese or you shouldn't eat cheese. I know cheese is fine on the ketogenic lifestyle. It is a choice, a personal choice. And if you notice that maybe you're stalled or that you're having some difficulties, then cheese should be one of the things that you would back off of first to see if that is like, okay, is this what's stalling me? So definitely, y'all, cheese is good on the ketogenic lifestyle. And this is my suggestion. And I can't wait to do a video on this because I noticed this visual. Like I just noticed this, and I'm pretty sure like it's probably been said before. It's probably been articles written about it, but I haven't read them. But I just visually saw this for myself. When you go into the store and you go into the let's just say you go into the packaged cheese section, right? When you go into the packaged cheese section, it's really yellow. It's like all of the cheeses are really, really like a lot of bright yellow colors when you go into that section. But when you go to the deli area where they actually have cheeses, like non-packaged cheeses. When I say non-packaged, I know that they might wrap them in plastic and put a sticker on them or whatever, but I'll call them non-packaged cheeses. So when you go to like that deli area and you see those cheeses, they're all lighter. There's some of them even like a whitish color, maybe a real light yellow color, but you don't see as many of those really bright yellow cheeses as you see when you go to the grocery store. And I promise you I'm gonna do a video on this and I'm gonna break it down because those cheeses are processed. They have coating, they have starch coatings on them and all of those type of things. And then also you got to think that color is appeasing to the eye. And I'm really imagining this one store that I go in because it looks really appeasing. Like when you go and you look and it's like it's well lit and all the cheeses are there and it's really a nice yellow like mosaic of this color of yellow. And then maybe the mozzarella is like a lighter color, but all of the other cheese is really just all that yellow cheese. So definitely look at the deli area, and not even the deli area, I don't know what to call it, but you can go to the area in the store now. The two stores in my area right now, both of them have like a cheese deli. So I'll call it a cheese deli, right? They have a whole separate section where they have cheese. So it's not like even with the deli, but it's just a whole separate section of cheeses. And I'm like, now this is the cheese you're supposed to be eating. So let me break down some of these. So blue cheese, I had blue cheese crumble on my salad today. So that was a great way for me to get some fat in. Brie cheese, cheddar, you got Colby Jack, you got cottage cheese, cream cheese. So a lot of people are using the cream cheese. You got goat cheese, Limburger cheese, and there are a lot of different mozzarellas and parmesans, and I'm naming the most well-known ones. So you got your pepper jack and your provolone cheeses, but there are a lot of different cheeses you can get, and for the most part, the cheeses that you can get in the cheese deli, all right, it's gonna be good. So you definitely got to just be mindful of that. So start to look at in the I'm gonna call it the cheese deli. I'm sorry. So look at the cheese deli, right, and find out what experiment with some of those cheeses, because you might realize you're having a better experience with those because they're going to be less processed and they're going to be a lot better for you, and you're going to get that healthy fat out of them as well. So with the cheeses, make sure you are looking in that. So you said so Gabby says might have to try some salmon someday soon. Yeah, Gabby, got to give salmon a try. There's some good fat in salmon as well. So you say you like the red bell peppers and cream cheese peppers. Okay. So Gabby said you said you get the real cheese deli slices instead of that processed fake cheese like the Kraft. Yes. And even one better, go to the cheese deli, Gabby. Hit that cheese deli. They got even better cheeses over there. So Renee says absolutely right. So yeah, so avocados, y'all, that will be another thing on that food list. And I know that was under the veggie section. Avocados, y'all, have so much healthy fat in it that if you can stomach avocados, like, and then when I say that, I don't think they're nasty, but if you like avocados and you eat avocados, y'all, please incorporate them into your diet, because, and like I said, the salad I had today would have been perfect if I just had the avocados, because that would have been another 20 grams, maybe even 10 grams of fat I could have added to what I had today. And y'all know I always teach that fat is the driving force of the ketogenic lifestyle. So fat is the driving force of the ketogenic lifestyle. So definitely, y'all, if you've never tried an avocado, you got to try it, especially if you've been keto for a period of time. Try it because your palate will change, and you might even enjoy it. So, definitely try the avocado if you haven't. I had never eaten an avocado till I was keto. I had never eaten an avocado. So I was like, I guess I'll try it, right? So I started, I ate it and I was like, yo, this thing is not bad. Like, I like it. It's okay. And I started getting it on my salads. Every time I got a salad, I would put avocados on it. Every time that I got eggs, every time that I went to, like, there's this little restaurant. It's a hotel actually that's near me. And I would go to this hotel because they had like a chef in there would make omelets in the morning for, I guess, the people that was in the hotel, but they allowed outside people to come in and buy breakfast. So I would go in and get the omelet and get them to put a side of avocado on it every morning. Well, not every morning, but every morning that I would go in there. So it's great to get that. That's like you're getting about 10 grams of fat every time you get a half of avocado. So for a whole one in a day, you got about 20 grams of fat. So definitely, y'all, try that out. So I see Rock P loves avocados. Tanika, you said, how do you incorporate fat in smoothies? So same thing, Tanika. You can put. You got to get my book. You got to get my meal plan book. I got fat shakes in the meal plan. I got some in there that's going to give you a lot of fat. I think I got like maybe 2 or 3 recipes in there. I can't remember, but it's 60 recipes in my meal plan. It's a 2-month meal plan. It has I'm gonna stream that down bottom so y'all can get the Etsy website because it's on my Etsy. So I'm streaming it down the bottom. It's on top. I didn't know it was gonna pop up right there, but that's the Etsy website, the Etsy shop. So you can check out the Etsy shop, and it will actually get you to that meal plan. It's a 2-month meal plan. It has 63 recipes. All right, 63 recipes, and it has a 2-month shopping list. So basically 8 weeks of shopping list. So y'all, you gotta definitely check that out. That there's a couple recipes in there that will show you how to incorporate fat into a drink or a shake or whatever. But definitely one of the best ways to do it is just to add avocados. I mean, if you're grinding things up, if it's something that works for you and you can get it to the right consistency, you can even grind up the macadamia nuts. You got seeds, so you can put chia seeds in there. I would say the macadamia nuts probably wouldn't come out perfect, but if you're a person that knows how to make those type things really fine and can put them in there, then you can get fat out of that. But I would go with the seeds. So you got chia seeds, you got hemp seeds, and you got flax seeds. So they're going to be your top 3, the chia, the flax, and the hemp. You can add those into your shakes to add fat. So that would be a great way. Like if you're doing a homemade type of shake, those would be 3, I'm going to say 4 great ways to add fat would be the hemp seeds, the chia seeds, the flax seeds, and add some avocado. You can squirt some MCT oil in there. You can add some coconut oil in there. You can so all of those ways would be a great way to add fat to any of that. So hey, I'm a poet and didn't know it. All right, so I'll come back to the comments in a second to see. Also, Tanika says thank you. So that's awesome. So y'all let me know if y'all need to see that again. I'll pop it up there. So so thanks, Tanika, for that question. So you said, thanks for saying my name correctly. Okay, I got you. I'm a teacher, so I've seen many names. I've seen many names. So I don't know. I know I don't always get them right, but I've been teaching for about 15 years in the school system. So I've seen a lot of different names. You said, what about the packaged guacamole? Packaged guacamole is fine as well because it's just smashed avocado. You just got to make sure you read the labels to make sure they don't add sugar or anything to it. But yeah, the packaged guacamole would be good. So guacamole is the best for the avocado. Yeah, so guacamole would be good. So let's see. He said, what about so I got the packaged guacamole. I already answered that question. He said, oh, wow, awesome. Yeah, so I just took my teaching knowledge and I just started teaching here online. I just increased my classroom. So my classroom is just bigger, y'all. So here we go. The next thing you need on the ketogenic lifestyle is meat, y'all. We know about that. Meat and poultry. You definitely, everything is fair game. And I do mean to be corny when I say that, right? So everything is fair game is on the meat side. So if you eat squirrel and you eat raccoon, you can eat that. All right, it's fine. But I'm not eating no squirrel or raccoon. But I know there's people out there that eat squirrel, raccoon, Deer meat is fine. I've had deer one time or maybe once or twice, and I loved it. I thought it was awesome. So, deer. So any of those meats are going to be fine. Poultry, they're all going to be fine as long as it's not in a package and they like put barbecue sauce in the package or they put some other type of sweetening type agent in there. So as long as they didn't do that, you're good to go. So all meats, y'all, pretty much for the most part, fair game. Eggs, y'all. Eggs is the holy grail, y'all. I love eggs. Eggs saved me with the ketogenic lifestyle because I had no clue what I was doing. I didn't have this. All right, y'all. And that's why one of the reasons why I created this is to help people because I didn't have this. And I got lucky. All right. I'm telling you, I got lucky because eggs have about 5 grams of fat per egg. So I was eating about 4 eggs a day, just on the humble, not even knowing what I was doing. But I was eating like 4 eggs a day. I didn't even realize they had 5 grams of fat. So for 4 eggs, I was getting 20 grams of fat in the morning, like first thing. First thing in the morning, I was getting 20 grams of fat. So I was winning. And then I would drink my fat shake. And it's the FAT because people sometimes can't tell what I'm saying when I say that. I would drink my fat shake, which is that right there. I don't know. The TikTok side can't see it. Let me show them. Right there. I drink the fat shake. And that fat shake would give me 22 grams of fat. So, I mean, I was at 40 grams of fat before noon. All right. So, and then macadamia nuts. I was eating macadamia nuts sometimes. I wasn't eating them all the time. I was eating macadamias and I was eating other ones I won't describe because I don't want y'all to think I'm saying they're approved. Right. So I was eating some other ones too, but I was eating macadamia nuts sometimes and an ounce of macadamias would give me 20. And trust and believe, I was eating more than an ounce. And so I was eating about 2 to 3 ounces of macadamias, which I don't teach people to do. But I was getting like 2 ounces of macadamia nuts. So I was another 40 grams of fat. So eggs, I love eggs because it's just it's light on your stomach, lots of fat. So eggs are great. And you're going to get some protein from the eggs. So eggs are a great. Eggs are awesome. You can make the egg, you can make boiled eggs, you can make scrambled eggs, you can make eggs over easy. I mean, I don't like the yolky stuff. Like I don't like the runny yolk, but I know there's some people that love like the runny yolk eggs. So however you like it. I like to make omelets. I would make, oh man, I didn't even tell y'all this. So one of the things that was great for me was I used to make these egg muffins. I used to take the eggs and I used to put them in the muffin pan. I used to add like green peppers and red peppers and onions and everything in it. And then I would just, I even would put bacon and sausage in it. And I would just bake it, put it in the oven at night. And it would make like, how many? It was 3, 6, 9, about 12 of them. I would get about 12 of them. And I would spread them out throughout the week. So I would eat 3 of those a day. Like I would eat like 3 of them a day because that was my meal prep. You know, I'm the caveman. So the caveman cooking show. So that was my meal prep for the week. So I would take them and I would put them in sandwich bags and I would take them to work. And, you know, when I got hungry, boom, I would just eat me one of those egg muffins and I'd be good to go. So that eggs, y'all, they the holy grail. You definitely gotta love the eggs. Gotta love the eggs. So definitely. So let's see some more comments in there. So you said, Tonika said, I got serious sweet tooth. What's the best way to curb or eliminate it? It's hard to say, Tonika. With the sweet tooth, I would say find something keto that's sweet that you like that can help you get over that hump. You know, find something sweet that's keto and just don't overdo it. For a lot of people, it's Lily's chips. Because the Lily's chips, like I always teach about the Lily's chips, they're not helping you get to the goal line, but they will help you break your sweet tooth. So when you talk about dark chocolate has a lot of healthy fat, but like the Lily's chips and like the Baked Believe, they don't have a lot of healthy fat because the chocolate that they use is not like 85 to 90% cocoa. So the fat in it is not the same. They're using 55% cocoa and below. So the fat is not there, but they sweeten it with stevia or monk fruit or whatever they sweeten it with. That's keto. So the only thing it's really going to be good for is breaking you, kind of helping you get over the sweet tooth. But when it's getting you close to the goal line, y'all know I teach getting at 120 grams of fat. And y'all, so I know I've been teaching this for years and years and years, and there's been no more confirmation than during this pandemic when I've been able to work with large groups and they've all been losing weight. So it just kind of solidified my teaching that, hey, this is working for people. This is really working for people. That 125 grams of fat, and most people, when I talk to them, they say, Coach, I increased my fat and then I started losing weight. So definitely the fat is important. So the Lily's chips are not helping you get to the goal line, but yes, Tonika, it might help you with your craving. So so Connie said, I haven't tried any squirrel yet. Yeah, I haven't tried any squirrel yet either. I'm not gonna say I wouldn't, but I try anything about once. You say, so can you get too much fat? With fat, y'all, it's gonna be really hard to get too much of it because fat has twice the calories as protein. So the same as protein and carbs. So the same amount of protein that you put. So say you get 4 grams of protein. All right, you get 4 grams of protein. If you got that same 4 grams of fat, the fat is gonna be double the calories of the protein. So for every 4 grams, I believe, for fat, it's like 9 grams of fat in there. So y'all, it's double. So whatever you get, so fat, the calories that you're gonna get in fat are gonna fill you up and satiate you more. So it's gonna be really hard to overdo fat. It's gonna be really hard to overdo it. So you said made deviled eggs yesterday. Sophia, deviled eggs are great. So we talking about the eggs being a great addition. You said, hey, make the egg muffins too, Tonia. So Renee is always in the house. All right. So y'all, I appreciate that. So yeah, the Lily's chips. So you said thinking about making cookies with the Lily's chips. Hopefully everyone, when you get into the Facebook group, you get my free keto cookie recipes. It's 10 recipes that I made totally free. So when you get into the Facebook group and you leave your email, it gets sent to you automatically. So hopefully, Tonika, you got that. So that's a great resource. I got the chocolate chip cookies in there. So that's good. I need to start using that a little bit more and showing it a little bit more. So let's go on to the next thing, which is coconut oil, y'all. Coconut oil is awesome because coconut oil is it's got a whole lot of fat in it. Coconut oil has been one of my go-tos. I would do a spoonful of coconut oil. So coconut oil actually also houses a lot of MCT in it. So that's medium chain triglycerides for those who don't know. So the length of the chain of the triglyceride is why MCTs are so good, because it actually gets into your bloodstream faster, because the long chains are too long and the short chains are too short. The medium chain is just right. All right. So that's why everyone goes for the MCT oils. And I like to break stuff down, y'all, scientifically. Like I don't like to do a lot of scientific jargon. So y'all hear me, I will always explain things in a simple manner because, that scientific jargon sometimes is just too much. So I like to break it down. So, so basically MCT, medium chain is just right. Long chain is too long and short chain is too short. The medium chain, it works perfect to get into your bloodstream and help you burn fat. So that's what the medium chain triglycerides are. They're powerful. So coconut oil is awesome. You need to get some coconut oil, y'all. Get some coconut oil, right? So and the thing I like about coconut oil is it doesn't irritate your stomach. So like MCT oil sometimes can be too much. MCT oil is an extract of coconut oil and palm oils as well. So you just gotta use that coconut oil. You can cook with the coconut oil. If you brave like I was, take a spoonful of the coconut oil. Some days when I just knew I didn't get enough fat, this is later on down in the journey, I would just get a spoonful and boom, eat it. Get a spoonful of fat. So I've definitely done that. So y'all make sure that you have some coconut oil on hand. You got some coconut oil in the house. So he said, oh shucks, couldn't wait to try the cookie recipe. That's awesome. So y'all definitely, Keto Crisp. So Renee talking about the Keto Crisp for the sweet tooth. Yes, Keto Crisp is one of my favorite snacks as well. If you go to my website, ketocoache.com, and go to promo codes, you can see I got a promo. They give us like the biggest promo code, 25% off. So y'all go take advantage of the Keto Crisp. I've tested my blood glucose on those. Those are awesome. And not only that, the Keto Crisp have a lot of fat. So it helps you get to the goal line. So that's why I love the Keto Crisp, and the owner Adam is a great guy. So I was so happy when I tested my blood sugar and it was all good with the Keto Crisp. So I was really happy about that. So Keto Crisp, thumbs up to them, y'all. You get that. It's probably one of the only, I'll say one of the only, but it's probably one of the only bars on the market that's truly a fat bar. So like I talk about the fat shake, because fat is the elusive thing. Like, why are we getting protein? Protein is not elusive. We can find protein in the back of the store. Fat is elusive. So I'm going to get the fat shake. I'm going to get the fat bar. I'm going to get those. So that way I can actually get to the goal line, because the fat is going to help you burn fat. So yes, indeed. So Tonika says put that bulletproof, mix that bulletproof coffee with the coconut oil. So it's an MCT oil will have you in the laboratory. Oh yes, Mega Woman. It will definitely have you in the laboratory. You know, that's so funny because that's like school talk. You know, that we used to, I know you used to have the kids, instead of saying the bathroom, you tell them to say laboratory. Like, come on now. Like, it's the bathroom. So the laboratory. Oh, I love that. Oh man. So MCT. Yes, MCT can irritate your stomach, y'all, if you do too much of it. So if you get MCT oil, like if you're listening to some coaching and you listen to some people online about how it's benefiting you, MCT oil can irritate your stomach. So start slow, start with a tablespoon and then work your way up. Let your stomach get used to it first. But I'm telling you, with the coconut oil, you don't have to do that priming, and you know, you can get that healthy fat. So let's go, y'all. I got a lot more, y'all. I got a lot more. So yogurt. Yogurt has a small amount of fat. So yogurt is not one of my favorite ways to get fat, but I'm telling y'all this, the Too Good yogurt is really good. And just put a pump or two of coconut oil, or like you know how you get the coconut oil to warm up and get liquefied. You can pour that in there, or you can use your MCT, pour it in there. You can add the fat to it. So if it's something like that that doesn't have the fat that you want, you can add it to it with the MCT. It doesn't have a flavor to it. And the coconut oil may be a little bit more coconutty than the MCT oil. But y'all, you can take a squirt of that, put it in there, and add fat to yogurt, because a lot of publications like to talk about yogurt being really good on the ketogenic lifestyle, but it's so hard to find yogurt. It's so hard, y'all, because you find it and then it's got sucralose in it. You find it, then it's got a bunch of sugar in it. So then it's like, because, and y'all got to think about it like this: the world has to catch up, because we've been taught to do low fat for so long that these products have taken all the fat out. So a lot of the yogurts you see that would be okay for you to eat based on the amount of sugar, they made them light. So that means they not only did they take the sugar out, but they took the fat out. So it's really hard to find yogurt. And I believe that over time it will happen. But the plain yogurts are going to be the better ones for you to work on to eat. The Fage, the Fage, that brand plain is good. Shoot, I always forget the name of it. Somebody put it in here. The one that with the hill, something hill. That one is a good one. Somebody will drop the name in the comments and I'll say it. So that one is a good one as well. The plain now, because when they start adding fruit, they start adding sugar. All right. So if y'all saw my post from this morning, I posted the Too Good yogurt and I put the granola in it. And the granola even has blueberries. So the granola adds that sweetness to it. So that's really good. That's one of Renee's tricks as well. So I know Renee always talks about that trick. So that's a very good way to do it. I done hit the wrong button, but we good. All right. So they say, yeah, pretty much giving up on, yogurt doesn't have a lot of fat. So yeah, Kite Hill. There we go. There we go. Thank you, Maria. Maria is in the house. Maria always come through. It's called Kite Hill. Yes, it's Kite Hill is the yogurt. So definitely, y'all, those are the two that I found that I like. Not to say they're the only two. They're the two that I have vetted, that I've really looked at and analyzed, but they're plain ones. Not a lot of fat there. But here again, if you can do plain yogurt, put your couple pumps of your MCT in there, or liquefy your coconut oil and drizzle that in there. So however you want to do that, whether it's olive oil or whatever, but they probably got a little bit more flavor. But the MCT coconut, pour them in there, get your extra fat, or go for the Too Good. You can also add the fat to that as well. So that's your yogurts and your plain cheeses. Olives, y'all. This is one of the things that really, for me, I'm like, olives, fat? Like, and this is how, like, my brain had to take the switch, because I'm like, man, olives, I can't imagine, because you only really kind of start thinking of fat as being those things on meat, right? The fat layer on meat. So I'm like, how in the world am I getting fat from an olive? The olives has a great amount of fat. So you definitely want to use or eat olives on the ketogenic lifestyle. And there's another thing by happenstance. I was eating olives and I didn't even know. So I was just going to like the Mediterranean bars and I was getting the olives and the cheeses and the meats. They always have like the pepperonis. Well, they probably weren't pepperonis, probably something else, but I was getting those. And I was doing good on the ketogenic lifestyle by happenstance. So that's why I'm here teaching y'all. So you don't have to guess. So you don't have to guess about what's going on. So so I see someone, KK says, tried that ratio yogurt today. It was good. He said, I'm allowed to eat that one. It's okay. The ratio yogurt has sucralose. So I would say get another brand. Not to say, don't beat yourself up now, because one day, one yogurt, hopefully you ain't buy a whole like 1 year supply of them. But yeah, the ratio yogurts, although the ratio bars and stuff are good, they put sucralose in the yogurt. So definitely the Too Good would be a much better option. And definitely the Kite Hill or the Fage, Phage, whatever, however you pronounce that one, would be a better option. And then you could add something to it. So, yep. So yes, olives, said cocktail size. Yes, indeed, Renee. Okay, he's like, oh no, hey, that's why we're here, right? It's learning. This is keto class. So this is why we're here, to learn, to get better, to shorten your learning curve. Because at least you just tried it today and you haven't been eating it every day for a month, thinking that you found the thing that was going to help you the most, right? So nuts and seeds. So we always talk about, we already talked about seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds, chia seeds. So they're going to be your top three. You can make seed granola with them. You can make seed crackers with them. You can definitely get that fat out of those. So pumpkin seeds and sunflower seeds are going to be good as well, but not the traditional like David's, like in the bag like that, are not going to be the best ones. The best ones are going to be the ones that are usually shelled already. And, those are going to be the ones you're going to get the most fat out of. So make sure you're looking for the more organic type of sunflower and pumpkin seeds, because they're going to be better. But definitely the hemp, the chia, and the flax, those seeds are going to be really good. You can put your chia seeds in drinks. So I've done that. I've had like a drink like this, and I've like put chia seeds in there and let them put it in the fridge and let them like swell up overnight. And then you just ingest them as you drink. It's a lot of fiber in them. So, chia seeds are great. They got fat, they got fiber. You get calories out of them too. So, I mean, we don't do calorie counting, but you will be getting some in for those who may be having trouble like eating. Like if you're having trouble like eating and getting nutrients. Yeah, so green olives, yes. So I see green olives. So make sure those of y'all, if you notice, you see other people's face pop up on the screen and yours didn't, go up to the description and allow StreamYard to recognize you. So nuts. I didn't talk about the nuts. So on the nut side, is definitely these are the three, and y'all may hear me say this a lot, and I hope you do. So I hope you've been coming and you hear this over and over again till you get it. But macadamia nuts are great. You got pecans that are great, and then you got Brazil nuts that are great. These are the top three. So walnuts would be the fourth one. So walnuts will be the fourth one, but I'm gonna take walnuts away real quick, because the top three are going to give you about 20 grams of fat for an ounce, which is about a carb and a half. Let's just guesstimate a carb and a half, about a carb and a half. So you can't beat that, y'all. You can't beat that, a carb and a half. So you basically get 3 carbs and 20 grams of fat. 40 grams of fat if you ate 2 ounces in a day. So that's a great way to get that fat in. So look at that. Look into that, y'all. Make sure you are eating the top 3, the macadamia, the pecans, and the Brazil. So why do you say that, Coach? Why do you keep saying only eat those? Because if you want to get to the goal line, if I'm going to eat an ounce of nuts, I'm not going to buy pistachios, because pistachios are not going to give me the same bang for my buck. And I'm not talking about money. I'm talking about macro bucks. Okay. I'm talking about fat bucks. Okay. I'm talking about those type of bucks. They're not going to give me the bang for my buck. So I'm not going to eat pistachios. I'm definitely, definitely not eating pistachios, and I'm definitely not eating them cashews, because cashews are just that's the one that I say stay away from. Like all the other ones, I say go ahead, if you like them, eat them. Just like the lily chips. They're not moving you to the goal line. But okay, so I know one of the biggest mistakes I was making is I was eating almonds. And it wasn't a mistake. It wasn't. So don't get me wrong. Hear me out. It's not a mistake. But if I'm going to consume a food and I got an option and I can eat almonds or I can eat pecans, I'm going to eat an ounce of pecans because the pecans are going to give me my fat macros for the day, whereas almonds aren't going to give me as much. And almonds are going to give me more carbs and less fat. So I'm going to eat the one that's going to give me more fat and less carbs. So can you eat almonds? Of course you can. Can you eat pistachios? Of course you can. Of course you just want to keep it inside your macros. But if I'm teaching you and I'm responsible for helping you get to the goal line, I'm going to tell you, listen, we just need for the next 3 to 6 months, we need to eliminate these and we just going to eat these 3. We just going to eat these 3. If you want some nuts, then you eat these 3. All right. So that's my teaching on that. So berries. So here a berry. So one of the things that burns me up most is people like, oh, y'all don't eat no fruit. Yeah, we can eat fruit. Like we can eat fruit. So the thing is that fruit is higher in carbs because fruit is nature's candy, right? So fruit is just higher in carbs. So basically, all you want to do is you eat the berries. And why berries? Because berries are smaller. You can get more berries than you can of the bigger fruits. And most of the time, the berries are going to give you that sweet taste that you want, but not going to give you as many carbs because they're small. They're berries, right? So a half a cup of berries is going to give you somewhere about between 6 and 8 grams of carbs. So you still know that, like, if you eat that half a cup of berries for a snack, then you know, like, okay, I'm getting about 6 to 8. You want to keep it in your macro. So it's still a lot for a half a cup, but you can keep it inside your macros. It's a good snack. Maybe you're having a day where you're just not really that hungry and you're just like, hey, I'm just going to eat me some berries, and that's fine. So yes, you can eat those. Strawberries are bigger, so you know you're going to get a lot less strawberries. But I'm telling you, when you get on the ketogenic lifestyle and you stop eating sugar like that, man, a strawberry is going to taste so great to you. All right, strawberry is going to taste so great. You're going to just be like, man, this thing came from heaven. So trust and believe that berries can be eaten on the ketogenic lifestyle. Don't listen to the naysayers who are like, oh, well, y'all don't eat fruit. Y'all don't eat carbs. So we just talked about, yeah, you eat carbs because we're just lowering our carbs. So we're still getting all of the essential macronutrients. We have not eliminated any of them. We're just limiting them, lowering them. All right. So you said hazelnuts, fat not okay. So hazelnuts are okay. But here again, hazelnuts are probably about 5 or 6 on that list. So here again, Misty, you can definitely do the hazelnuts. Especially if you have reached your goal. Like I'm just saying, like if you're in weight loss mode, and let's like say hazelnuts are your favorite, like go ahead and get them, but just know like, okay, I'm gonna get more carbs out of it and less fat. But if I'm really trying to get more carbs and less carbs and more fat, then I'm going to eat one of those top 3. But hazelnuts is definitely not off the list. The only thing I say is off the list is cashews. Cashews, ketogenic lifestyle, I don't think you should be fooling with them. Leave those alone. All right. So there are some nuts called pili nuts. I have not gotten my hands on, but they got a lot of fat in them, and they you can Google them online or whatever. I've tried to reach out to them, but haven't really got much of a response. But they are really they're good from what I saw on the bag, and a few of our community members have tried them. So they said they were really good, and they taste a little bit like cashews. So if you really love cashews, then those pili nuts would be a good substitute. They are more expensive, of course, y'all, because they're not the way they're cultivated and all of that type stuff. They're a little bit more expensive. So if you go look them up, don't be shocked. Don't get sticker shock, right? Because they are more expensive than the average nut, and that's why you don't see them in stores like that probably as well. Because then that's probably even more. So so your butters and your creams. So this is one thing that you're going to get, your butter and your creams. People like to talk about grass-fed. Grass-fed is fine, but understand that grass-finished is what you're really looking for. So you're looking for something to be grass-finished. So it may say grass-fed. It should say grass-fed and grass-finished. Because if it just says grass-fed, all that means is that particular animal / organism has been fed grass at some point in their life. That's all that means. So if it doesn't say grass-fed and grass-finished, then you could be leery of it. And then also you want to make sure that they have not been pumped with any of those antibiotics and stuff like that. So So look into that. They will they will always have that on the label. So make sure you pay attention to that, because I know a lot of people talk grass fed, but if it don't say grass fed and grass finished, then it's not it's not as pure and as you think it is. All right. So you want to be looking for that, and then you also want to be look to make sure it was not pumped with any hormones. So that is usually listed as well. So but butter is awesome. Your creams, so y'all know a lot of y'all use heavy whipping cream. So those would be good, or just regular old whipped cream. Some of you use that as well. So the butters and the creams are going to be good additions. So I'm about to say, with my Facebook folks and my YouTube folks, I haven't seen any comments there in a while. You said butter recommendations. I honestly, y'all, I buy the store brand. I don't really go too hard. I mean, Kerrygold is really good. Aldi now has a grass-fed butter. Aldi is the spot, y'all. Aldi is the place to be. All right. So you got to get the Aldi. Aldi has a lot of great options, and they're very I don't even want to say affordable. I just say they have fair pricing. They basically have fair pricing. So definitely check them out. They do have a grass-fed butter there that is fairly priced. So I know for me, I usually just buy the store brand butter, and I bought Kerrygold butter. But it does taste different. I must say the grass-fed butters do have a better, more flavorful. They do have a different taste. So definitely you can check those out. Aldi is going to give you the best pricing on those type of butters, whereas Kerrygold is going to be, a little bit more expensive. All right. It's going to be a little bit more expensive, but you would expect that if they are taking care of the animals that they are, that are providing you with the butter. So you would expect that, but definitely check out Aldi. All right, so here we go. Shirataki noodles. So shirataki noodles is funny because we talked about this on the mastermind last night, and I was telling them that shirataki noodles was one of the very first things I was exposed to when I was on keto, but they were funky, right? So we talked about that in the mastermind last night. So the shirataki noodles are one of the staples. It was in the beginning, and then now a lot of companies have come out with a bunch of different types of noodles, and I've tried a few of them and I didn't like them, but I've never really tried the shirataki noodles. But definitely one of the better noodles from my research and my field research from talking to my mastermind. All right, so the shirataki noodles is definitely something to look into if you're looking for noodles. So we talked about the olives already. Coffee and tea. So unsweetened coffee, unsweetened tea. Those are awesome. You can use your keto approved sweeteners, y'all. So use your keto approved sweeteners. Those are going to be awesome. So make sure you're using those if you need to sweeten your coffee. So the ones that I like is the super creamer, and again in the mastermind. That's why I love the mastermind, because I always bounce the things off of them, and then you'll notice like some things just become like the mastermind's thing, right? It just becomes the mastermind's thing. So definitely the unsweetened tea, and you can sweeten it with you got things like Truvia. I just have this sitting here because it's like my desk, and I would sweeten up stuff sometimes. Sweeten up my when we were doing detox week. So this Truvia, not good lighting on the YouTube and Facebook side, but that's Truvia. You just squirt it in and get you some sweetener. You can also use your swerves and your Lacantos, and you can use those as well. So definitely take a look into that. Yeah, so definitely Mega Woman says you got to rinse the noodles. You definitely got to rinse those shirataki noodles, because they are they don't smell that great. So you definitely want to make sure that you rinse them off to get that smell out of them. All right, so the unsweetened coffees and teas, dark chocolate, y'all. This is one of my favorite things to talk about, but you gotta get the right dark chocolate. You can get Lily's, but you gotta get the Lily's 85%. I like to get the Lily's 85 now, which I didn't. I used to do the Lindt. I used to do all the other brands, but I like to get the Lily's 85% dark chocolate because it's not sweetened with sugar. So it's still stevia, it's still sweetened. It's still dark though. It's still like dark chocolate. Like it's still got that bitter dark chocolate taste. But that was always my go-to. Like when I learned more about keto and about getting fat, I used the dark chocolate was a great way. I would get my little 2 rows or so of the dark chocolate, and I would get my fat in. And the thing is about the dark chocolate is because it has that bitterness to it, it doesn't cause you to crave more of it. So sometimes you get the Lily's chips and you go back, you got 2-3 handfuls of them because that sweetness actually, triggers your brain to like, hey, we like that. And so I like the dark chocolate. So if you want to get to the goal line at 85, 90, 95% dark chocolate is going to help you get there. I know it has a bitter taste, but if you're a person that's okay with it, that can handle it, which I guess I just kind of grew a taste for it. So now when I buy dark chocolate, I buy 85%. I not buy Lily's? Yes, I buy Lily's chips. But for the most part, I'm going to buy the 85% dark chocolate. And that's what I'm going to eat more regularly than something like the Lily's. So and your cocoa powder. So you also can get your cocoa powders that have that in there as well. So that's the end of my list for the night, y'all. So y'all definitely those are some great options for you on the keto lifestyle. To just the food. So I just gave you a food list. All right. So I just gave you a keto food list. So if you want my free keto food list, you can just go to the link in my bio, maybe. All right. So now on Facebook side, there's no link in my bio. TikTok, it's in the bio. On the Facebook side, it's not in the bio. It's in the file section. And on the YouTube side, I'll put my link tree down in the comments. Well, not in the comments, but in the description. I'll put the link tree there as well on the YouTube side. So you can click the link tree and you can go to free documents, and then y'all will go right to my free 22 frequently asked questions, 100 keto swaps, and 101 shopping list, 101 item shopping list. And then you also can just go to my my Etsy. So if you go to the Etsy store, that'll be a great way for you to get the my book is there in the Etsy store. The 2-month meal plan. I'm telling y'all, the 2-month meal plan with 63 recipes. That's amazing. So that's a great option for you. And it also has 2 months worth of a shopping list. So what I just gave you was a shopping list, a short shopping list, but definitely if y'all want to get the extensive shopping list, you can either get my free one or you can go to Etsy and get my my 2-month meal plan with 63 recipes and 2 months of shopping list as well. So it's only $5 on Etsy. I really wanted to make everything very, very affordable, for people to get the information. So definitely, y'all, it's there. If you got any questions, drop them here right now before we get out of here. If you got any questions, I got a few minutes to do some Q&A. So Renee says you didn't mention same. Today wasn't about the sweeteners, Renee. So I was trying to stay away from the sugary stuff today to keep it about the real food. But since you mentioned it, same is the acronym that the mastermind came up with. I didn't come up with the acronym, right? The mastermind came up with the acronym of same because it stands for stevia, allulose, monk fruit, erythritol. So if you're buying something that's sweet, one of those 4 things should be in it. If none of those things are in it, then you should leave it alone because it's definitely not going to help you in the ketogenic lifestyle. It's going to probably spike your blood sugar. So it should have one of those 4, stevia, allulose, monk fruit, or erythritol should be in it if it's something that's sweet. So you definitely want to be looking at that. So let's see here. So Lou says, don't forget to hit the like, thumbs up. Yeah, Lou, let them know, Lou. Let them know. Don't forget to hit the like button. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. So make sure you subscribe on YouTube. So if you're on the YouTube side, make sure you subscribe to it as well. So definitely appreciate y'all coming on the Facebook and YouTube side, y'all. I definitely appreciate that. And I'm going to go. We can have an after party on TikTok. So I'm going to tell y'all now, I'm going to log out of TikTok real quick. I'm going to update the app and then I'm going to come right back. So y'all come right back. All right. Y'all come right back. I'm going to log out and I'm coming right back on the TikTok side. Actually, I'm going to log out of TikTok now and update. So y'all, I'm coming right back on the TikTok side. I'm going to update the app and I'm coming right back on that side. So y'all definitely on the Facebook side and YouTube side. I will see y'all next week. Maybe before then. I always say that because you never know when I'm going to pop in here live, right? I'm just popping when I get ready to pop in, right? So I appreciate y'all coming and hope this was beneficial to you. And definitely reach out to me if you got any questions. I usually have my number streaming down bottom. So there's my number. So feel free to reach out to me, y'all, because that's going to help you get where you need to be. All right. So make sure, don't be afraid to reach out. And like I say, if y'all got my number, there's no excuses. So if you're having trouble, reach out. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next week.